Hello, here we go again. I actually recorded this video and the audio was horrible. I missed the setting, but you don't care. So let's start all over again. So, hello. Today we're going to talk about an interesting topic that I think it's very close to me and I enjoy trying. It was also very hard, but it gave me a lot of positive results and a good positive impact on my life in general. So let's dive in. Today we're gonna talk about the concept of dopamine detox. I think it's these two words you probably heard it. I think everyone has heard about it or read on the internet somewhere. I think it's a good thing for our modern society that today we're all hooked to our phones and we are slaves to them. And I think this concept and this whole thing of putting them away and actually trying to do something more useful, it's very important. But I mean, the name still has a flaw. We cannot have dopamine detox, like zero level of dopamine, because dopamine is a neurotransmitter and contrary to popular beliefs, is not the molecule of pleasure, but is the molecule of desire. So like, for example, when like I want to go to eat sushi, like when I see photos of sushi, I have like saliva, like my brain craves it, I have a desire towards it, so I have like a dopamine spike. When I actually go to eat it, I have a bigger spike because I actually went and I actually trying what I want. So my brain gives a reward with these dopamine hits. So it's a win reward system. It's very complicated, but try to keep it simple. You can read the article that I put in the description. So yeah, this is the basic function of dopamine. So it's a reward system. The problem is that when we watch, I don't know, TikTok, whatever, an easy thing, we constantly have those hits because it's easy to scroll and watch a video or watch porn or watch YouTube. Or it's very easy. We have to sit passively and it's very tasty. I mean, for me, I don't know how other people like it, but fast food is it's very chemical. They studied all those bad things, it's the candies. Like they're very tasty because they're made for that. And you want more, your brain desires more. For me, let's start always with an example. 2 years ago, I was still watching YouTube, aimlessly watching random videos. But at some point I stumbled on a video that I'll put in the description. It was called Dopamine Detox. I was like, I think I've heard about it somewhere. So I was like, let me click on it, let me watch it. If not, I just watch another video and keep continuing with my day. But the concept resonated with me because it talks about a person that is addicted to something. And I was, and all of us are. I mean, I'm still not perfect, but at the time it was very bad. So the concept was like, we keep having this dopamine hits for easy stuff or bad habits. So, or the same with the alcohol. If we drink the first time, it's more easy. It's easier to get drunk. But if we drink throughout time and we develop a higher benchmark, we need to drink more to get drunk. I don't drink, so. But that's the example of the video with beers. Same thing with dopamine. We have to watch more TikTok. We have to watch more reels to reach our normal baseline, which is always higher and higher and higher. But then what happens always after? You have a big crash because the dopamine spikes finish and you go back below normal level in the graph. So that's why you always feel like depressed after you watch 3 hours of TikTok. The video was very interesting. I searched more about the topic. I read some articles, and at the time I also saw a Mangazi video about monk mode, which have the same concept. without the pleasurable activities. I mean, pleasurable. The thing is, for me, yes, watching TikTok or the things are easy to do, and they give ourselves pleasure. And we desire them, we crave them. But imagine the things you actually like. I don't know, maybe you like photography, maybe you like to do walks, maybe you'd like to play sports, maybe you like to study, maybe you like physics, but you don't actually want to do it because it's hard. When trying dopamine detox, I mean, detox is not the right word because we cannot have a zero base level, but your brain needs to reward you when you actually do the hard things. So when you stop doing the easy things, the immediate reward and satisfaction, you get more pleasure maybe to do the hard things, to actually record the video after you messed up the whole audio thing, to actually do your homework, to actually study, to actually do your business venture in the right way. I think that's essential, I think, for our society, because I didn't meet that many people that actually do it or actually try. I mean, I don't know everything about everyone, so that's, of course, I cannot judge. But I hear so many people say like, oh, I cannot do it without Instagram, I cannot do it without TikTok. I'm not judging them. I was the same, but you have to need to have a big motivation. You have to be unsatisfied of yourself. You have to recognize it, you have to talk with yourself, and then you can start this progress. So I'll make a very simple example. For me, you have to start for a week, from Monday to Sunday. You have to put away your phone as much as you can. Delete, I'll suggest you to delete straight away. Maybe Instagram, I don't know, you text someone, so you have to keep it, but I'll suggest you to delete it. It's very easy to delete it. You have to click and delete. And just go on with your week with this new free time that you have. You can do other things that are more useful. So you have to try for a week. Every night you journal about it. You write on a piece of paper or a book or whatever. You write somewhere. What are you feeling? You have to watch. I think it's most important. I didn't say in the video I did record before. You have to observe your brain telling you, I want to open the phone and watch. I have to watch. No. Observe it and recognize it. Recognize that your brain the whole concept of brain rot. Your brain is fried. It's fried. We are slaves, okay? So you have to observe this feeling, this urge to do the stuff, to do it. But I think that you have to be stronger. Like, we live in a world, I mean, I don't know, for maybe you watching, we are very lucky. If you live in a good country and you have everything you need to do whatever you want. And it pains me to see people that are lucky and that could do so many useful stuff, or they have a talent in something, they like something, they just don't actually do it. Because trust me, when you say, oh, I'm doing this thing, I'm putting a lot of effort, yes, I believe you. But the thing I recognize also in myself, when you actually try, when your life revolves around a purpose, a thing that you like, it becomes very, very different. Because I think also in our culture there is like lock in. I have to study 40 hours a day. No, like, you can do that. I know some people that can do that and they don't burn out. I think they eventually will. But I think you don't have to do this dopamine detox as like, oh, I have to do a dopamine detox. You have to like, I want to, because my life is precious. I want to do something with my life. I don't want to be slave of like a little screen. I can use it. We can use it, those socials, like to find useful. The most important things I found in my life were there. So, but because you need to optimize it in a good way, because you need to use it wisely, okay? You just need to watch random girls or cars or like whatever, random things of other people's lives that you envy. You see the cars, you see it, whatever, and you say like, I wish it was me. No, you have to actually get it if you want it. So I think this is a great way to start, to actually try. So do this for a week, put it away, delete the stuff you know, don't do it. I know I'm talking like it's very easy to do. It's not. I think most people will fail. I failed when I first started. But eventually when you try, you actually want it, because you need to have a motivation behind. You need to be deeply unsatisfied about yourself to actually start doing well. And you have to do for a week. And then from Monday to Sunday, after Sunday evening, when you write, you have to really talk with yourself and say how the week went, your feelings, observe the desire, the brain that wants the dopamine, like your inner self that really wants it, but you have to fight it. Okay. Then after this week, you have to try another week and try to do the things you know unconsciously. Like, don't think about it too much. Just do the things you have to do, you want to do. And then after these 2 weeks, I think you will get like that you start to feel maybe a little better. You enjoy maybe reading more, you enjoy studying, you enjoy walking your dog or do like a 20-minute walk or talk with your parents. Like the simplest thing. And then you do it for a month, okay? And I think that during this month, and also after, you don't have to like go back in. After you finish the month, okay, finish. Like, it is a challenge, but also it's not. I think it's a challenge that you have to do for life. There are some periods that you can relax and have your day of doing nothing or like, I don't know, this is a very personal thing. I think I cannot tell you that. But the thing I can tell you is that you actually need to try it and need to put it away and be strong, because if you cannot manage to delete Instagram for like a month and you cannot just re-download it and watch it, like what are we, kids? I mean, I think we need to grow up eventually. Remember, I'm not perfect. You can use it, but wisely. You can have it for like 10 minutes a day. You can put like a timer or 20 minutes, but you have to respect it. Because at the start I didn't respect it, and let's be clear. So it's better to delete the stuff. And I'm always talking about Instagram things, but there can be so many other things. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't eat fast food, but for you maybe it is. So like, you have to talk with yourself and know what you're doing wrong. Okay? And then start for this week, then start for the next week, and then the month. Okay? So that's a month and a half. I hope that after this month and a half, you realize the results and what you're feeling. And then you just need to do it unconsciously. Okay? You need to know the powers of the tools you have, like socials. And for smoking and drinking, maybe you have a sip. Maybe, I don't know, you smoke a vape once a week. I don't know. I don't agree with those stuff. I don't do it. But you have to gradually get into it and then totally abstain from it. So yeah, I think this is a thing that everyone needs to try at least once. And I really, really, really hope that you stick to it, and for a long period of time. I promise you, like, watch me. I promise you that this will help you so much, okay? And that you have so much more time to do the things you like. I want to leave you with a thing that I thought yesterday. Like, how do you feel when you will tell your grandkids that you submitted to a little screen and a general norm? Like, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Like, when your grandkids will tell you, grandpa, grandma, like, how were your 20s? You want to answer, yeah, I went to school, I did my thing, I took decent grades, I wasted my time, my evenings on the phone, I partied all week and got drunk every weekend, I smoked every day. Like, that's what you want. I don't want that. I don't know you, but I don't want that. I want to tell that I use my youth as a launch pad to learn so many things. We are at our highest, our strongest. We're the most brilliant now. Like, we're a sponge. We need to do as much as possible, as much as we like. You have to do the things you want to, not that are imposed to you. Of course you have to do them, because school, university, whatever, or even a business venture, you have to do some things that you don't like. Like, what do you think of 10 years of wasting, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours a day will compound? And for another person that did those 4 or 5 hours a day, like, he or she will be better. Like, it's a pretty difficult thing that we are going away from our topic. But yeah, I think that you need to ask yourself these questions and actually try this dopamine detox, even though it's not detox, the real name. It's not really correct. But yeah, I'll leave you in the description the resources, the video I watched, and the website that I found really useful and really interesting. So I hope the audio of this video was decent, was okay. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.